Gamble Rogers Memorial State Recreation Area in Flagler Beach, Florida is a 145-acre campground that provides two unique camping experiences located between the Atlantic Ocean and the Intra-Coastal Waterway. It's named in memory of beloved Florida folk singer Gamble Rogers, who tragically died here in 1991 while heroically attempting to rescue a Canadian tourist in the heavy surf. Hey everybody, this is John Marucci. Thanks for visiting the On the Road YouTube channel. This channel is all about helping you get the most out of your RPod experience. Before we get going, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when new videos are published. If you want to dive deeper, we put more content and photos on Instagram and Twitter at John Marucci. So let's jump into the review. So a little bit of background and overview. First of all, the basics. This campground is comprised of two different campsites, one along Flagler Beach, which has 34 sites, and one along the Intra-Coastal Waterway, which has 34 sites. They have a shared ranger station and check-in, and the main draw is it's between the Atlantic Ocean and the Intra-Coastal Waterway. It's got beautiful ocean breezes, a really nice beach to walk on and play on, and it can be considerably cooler here than inland. So when it's warm inland in Florida, it can be nice and cool here at the coast. The sites are spacious and really well cared for. So the main drawbacks here is that it can be very windy. So sometimes you can not be able to use your awnings just because of the type of wind that you're getting that day. Pretty windy at times. So we look at 5 different criteria when we're looking at campsite reviews. The first one is hospitality and check-in. And for Gamble Rogers, we give this a 5 out of 5. The check-in's very efficient and friendly. The ranger station's easy to deal with. It's really basic. You just pull up, park, walk in, get your paper for your slip of paper for your site, and you're good to go. One other main thing about the efficiency and friendliness is that they also receive Amazon packages, so we did that a couple times while we're here and it worked great. The second item we look at is infrastructure and amenities. So you have paved roads here. It's not dirt roads or gravel, it's paved roads around the sites. The sites, although, are gravel. And all sites have electric and water, but they don't have any sewer hookup. Just keep that in mind when you think about trying to get a spot here. The dump stations are really plentiful. There's 2 dump stations, one at the beach side and one at the river side. The ratios are outstanding. At the beach side, it's 1 dump station for 34 sites. And at the river side, there's 1 dump station for 17 sites. So it's pretty easy to get in there and dump your tanks when you need to. Trash and recycle, obviously, the dumpsters are located next to the dump station. In the riverside, at least where we stayed, it has a really nice and new bathhouse, clean, spacious bathhouse, good hot water and water pressure. Really enjoyed the showers here. It was nice taking showers here. 2 sets of washers and dryers, so real easy to do laundry if you need to. And the maintenance here, they take really good care as far as cleaning the bathhouse and just taking care of the sites when people leave, cleaning up the site. So it's nice and well maintained. Security, something I really like about most Florida state parks that we've stayed at is it has an entrance security check-in and that you have to actually punch a code in after hours. So it has a gate that shuts and you have to punch a code in to get back in, so not anybody can get in. Okay, the next thing we look at is site quality. Again, giving it a high mark, 5 out of 5. Very spacious sites, well-defined sites, nice gravel lots with pads, generally level. All sites have water, as we talked about a few minutes ago, and also electric, both 30 and 50 amps. So it's nice for pretty much any size rig you can get in here and plug in, no problems. Picnic table, good fire ring, and a grill. And again, they're basically level sites. And again, both sides, the beachside camping area and the riverside camping area are available. The beachside camping area has easy access to the beach. You can just walk over the dune area and it has access to the beach. And the riverside camping area is very open, not a lot of shade, but really near the Intra-Coastal Waterway, and seemed to be a much more private space at the riverside. Okay, the next thing we look at is exercisability. We're going to give this a 4 out of 5. There is a nice long paved off-the-road trail, 25-mile long, from Marineland all the way south of Flagler Beach that we used several times since we were here. It's right along the side of the A1A highway, goes directly through Flagler Beach. And there's also on premises here is a Joe Kenner Nature Trail, about 3/4 of a mile in length. You can do canoeing, kayaking along the Intra-Coastal Waterway. You can rent kayaks and bikes. So it's really nice to be able to do boating. and things like that. There's also a nice little butterfly garden. In fact, one of the things I just for a second talk about is that we saw so many butterflies here. It's almost astounding, the number and variety of butterflies here on premises, just out along our campsite. Of course, there's a nice beach at the beachside campsite as well. Okay, and then the final thing we look at is workability. We always try to find places that we can also work at, and so we check the bandwidth. For AT&T, we have a couple different ways we check this time. We have an iPhone 10, which gave us 9.74 down and 2.2 up as far as speed. We also had an iPhone 10s, which has a little different antenna and gave us 26 megabits down and 3.87 up. And then this year we're also adding a Verizon Jetpack MiFi that would have and gave an astounding 75.7 megabits down and 14.4 up. And so also just realize that with those numbers, you know, your results may vary, but it was very workable, just as a point given. Nice thing about it, especially the riverside lots are very quiet. We enjoyed really quiet lots, good experience, and easy to work from. So overall, we're going to give this Gamble Rogers an excellent rating. Outstanding, I think, place to stay. Definitely something on the short list in terms of coming to Florida again. Anyway, that's the video. If you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and share this. We love getting your comments. Maybe you have some other Florida state parks you really like that you want to share in the comments and let other people know about. Comments really help other people out. So thanks for watching. This is John Marucci, and so long for now.